Yes, he celebrated his 42nd birthday recently. Eminem teaming up with her, the Diamond Woman. We're not going to take you through details further than that. Right, we're going to take you through the fitness segment, and this is where you've been wanting to know. Now, most of you, when you work out, tend to drink a big jug of water, and then, your tiredness just seems out. But then, is it the right thing to do? Is it the right thing when you get dehydrated? But we have Maduranga Perera joining us today to tell you whether it's the right thing and what exactly you should do when it comes to drinking. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks a lot for joining us. How was the week for you?
Week is so far so good.
Is there a lot of people going to come today after all the Diwali treats and all?
Of course, they must be feeling guilty after eating a lot of sweets. Huh?
I think before eating they'll be like, no, we should try to avoid this time and not eat it. And then after eating, I think it must be the...
We run our business because of sweets, actually.
There we go. That's the clue.
Okay, so we want to talk in detail about when it comes to working out, whether it's the right thing that people drink, and especially about the importance of staying, not being dehydrated. What is your view on that?
Yes, first of all, we must discuss about importance of water. We all of us know that water is so important, but for someone who's working out, it's really important. The reason is like water delivers nutrition to all of our body. Then it lubricates our joints, and it helps for the digestive system and so many things related to exercises because of what we need. So at the same way, like if we don't take enough adequate amount of water, we always getting negative effects. How it happens is like 50 to 60% of our blood is water. So when you're losing the amount of water in our body, you're losing the amount of blood. So the heart doesn't pump adequate amount of blood throughout our body. So muscles are not getting enough blood. So as a result, it become a negative effect for the muscles to work, and we lose our performance. So that's how it affects for someone who's working out and for athletes.
So does it differ, like for a male or a female, that this is the amount of water that a person should take, or based on the workout, this is the amount of water that they should take? How does it come?
Yes, for male and female, I don't think there's a difference for the amount of water that they drink. But there's a recommended way of drinking water. Like for someone who's working out, for average person, 2 hours before the workout, they're supposed to drink somewhere around 300 to 500 milliliters of water.
And if it's meals, they're supposed to, what's the gap like?
Meals also 2 hours.
2 hours,
yeah.
Okay.
2 hours to 1.5 hours. So 2 hours before, let's say if you're taking 300 to 500 milliliters of water, then 10 to 20 minutes before the workout, they have to take somewhere around 200 to 300 milliliters of water, 10 to 20 minutes before. And during the workout, let's say every 15 to 20 minutes in periods, they have to take 150 to 300 milliliters. They have given a gap ratio because it depends on the workout and the environment that they work out. If you sweat a lot, you have to drink a lot. That's how it is.
What's the reason for this gap, if I may ask you, why a person should keep a 2 hour gap when it comes to water and before they start a workout? Why is that?
That's because if you drink a lot of water soon before the workout, you get bloated, and it's difficult for you to move, especially for athletes. For someone who's sprinting, they can't run fast having a lot of water in their stomach. So 1 liter of water is 1 kilo, so they are carrying extra weight. That should be removed from the system, but at the same time it hydrates the cells. So that's the reason.
So we have seen a lot of athletes and sports people, when it comes to sports meet or whatever athletic competition that they have like an energy drink probably 20 minutes before going and taking part in the competition. Is that the right thing when it comes to that? I know this is totally out of the fitness part, but
Yes.
Is it the correct thing?
I don't think they're allowed to take energy drinks.
Drinks, okay.
It's not allowed. But when we sweat a lot, we don't sweat only water. We sweat a lot of sodium and potassium from our body. Because of that, you can get cramps and other problems like that. So most of the time what they take is electrolytes. Electrolytes are the drinks that supplies the minerals that you use while you sweating a lot. Most of the time they're taking electrolytes. They're not energy drinks. They're not giving you energy, but it supplies the minerals that you lose during the workout. And there are Jeevani. Jeevani is a good electrolyte, and you can drink things like coconut water. That's one of the very good electrolytes available. So for someone who is not only for athletes, for somebody who is going to a gym also, if you're getting cramps all the time, it's okay to have some Jeevani with you, so it helps to prevent cramps.
Alright, Maduranga, if I may ask, because I think a lot of Sri Lankans do watch quite a lot of cricket, and one thing that you see when a couple of batsmen are on the field, they tend to ask for water maybe every 5 or 6 overs, but it's very little that they drink. Why is that? Say you find a water boy running to the grounds with a bottle of water, maybe 2 bottles of water, but they'll just take a sip or 2 and then return the bottle. Why is that?
For that, I think the reason is they're carrying message. It's not the real purpose is the water, but again it's because if they drink a lot of water, it's extra weight they have to carry, and if you get bloated, if your stomach get bloated, you can't go for the right techniques. But for sipping, a little amount keeps your throat wet, and it keeps hydrating you slowly, not a big amount at the same time. That's the purpose of it.
Alright, so what we recommend is to have maybe a glass of water before, about at least half an hour before you go into the workout, and carry a bottle with you through the workout, maybe every 15-20 minutes for the people to have a little bit of water, maybe half a glass of water every 15 minutes or so, is it?
Yes, in countries like Sri Lanka, we are hot countries, we sweat a lot, but because of that we have to drink a lot of water when we working out. As I told you before, 2 hours before you have to take somewhere around 500 milliliters, then 10 to 15 minutes before again maybe 200 milliliters. Then you can every 15 to 20 minutes within gaps during the workout you can take sips. You don't have to carry measuring equipments to the gym. Like one mouthful is like 2 ounces. So 2 ounces is somewhere around 60 milliliters. So you make the calculation. I'm not that good in mathematics.
No, so basically 2 mouthfuls would probably give you sufficient water for you to work out, because it's not that you need to drink so much as they say. But then again, what the doctors have always said is you need to have at least 4 to 6 liters of water every day. It's very seldom with the routine that we go through, especially being in air conditioned workplaces and all that. We don't need so much of water. It's just that the system doesn't feel as if you need water. But as soon as you walk out of the air conditioning rooms and all that is when you really feel that your system is dehydrated, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Dehydration, it's good that you started about dehydration. We should know if we are dehydrated or not. The reason, how we can know is our urine. If our urine is in pale straw color, that means we are hydrated in adequate amount. If not, it's indication that we must drink more water. And the other way around, some people, there are salty sweaters. When they sweat a lot of salt. How you can notice that is if you wear a black color t-shirt or something, you can see patches of salt once it get dry. So salty sweaters should take more salt, at least 500 milligrams for 500 milliliters of water that they drink. It's important for them to take it back, so otherwise they will get cramps and it's difficult to work out.
So that's something to keep in mind as well, isn't it?
One more thing, your body weight, your starting body weight and the end of the workout, your weight should be same. There should not be much difference. But if there is 2 to 3% difference of your weight at the end of the workout comparing with the starting weight, you are dehydrated. Dehydration is something that we should consider more than we do, because 1 to 2%, like if you lose water in our body from 2%, we lose our performance by 20%. If it goes up to 15 to 20, it's life threatening. We can't live without water, right? So we have to always pay more attention about adequate hydration when we're working out.
Alright, Maduranga, we'll divert from having enough sufficient water in the system to what we do best is to tell people what fitness and what exercises to do, and we're gonna look into chest exercises today, right?
Yes, let's go for chest workout, because for any man having good pecs is more attractive, you know, like it's like a, what do you say?
An advantage point system.
To attack the opposite.
Why is it so important? Besides,
That's what you're looking forward to.
No, not really. I'm probably
kidding
a
about
weird
it,
case. Yeah. Okay.
Chest is a very attractive muscle for anyone. Like if you have a well-built pecs, like it shows your it's added advantage to show your personality. And the other hand, it's chest muscle works always with shoulders and triceps. So when you're working out chest, you're working many muscles. So because of that, you know, you're burning more calories when you're working out chest. So that's advantage for someone who tries losing weight. Doing chest exercise can burn more calories. Plus it helps for our pushing power, and like when you push something, you always use your chest muscles. That's why all the ruggerites, they bench a lot. And other thing, the grabbing when you want to grab something, for people like doing wrestling and all, grabbing part is involved with chest muscles most of the time.
So what are the exercises that they need to do if they are to build a little bit of chest muscles, and how to keep it going?
Yeah, all of us, we start our strength training from push-ups, no? We ask how many push-ups you can do. When you do push-ups, most of the time, main muscle you work when you're doing push-ups is chest muscles. So push-up is the basic exercise that you can do to train your chest muscles. Next step is, you can say, bench press. Bench press is the godfather of chest. It's like that's the best exercise to develop mass in your chest. Bench press varies. Then you can do it with dumbbells, you can do it on Swiss ball, and there are different techniques. And there are two major muscles in chest. Is pectoralis major and pectoralis minor. The major is outside of your chest, and other one is inside. When we work out chest, we do it in different angles, in incline chest, upper, decline, but all the exercises working the same muscle. In chest muscle there are no areas called incline or decline, but it's good to work it out in different angles.
I think we have a video, if I'm not mistaken, Maduranga. We'll have a look at the video as well.
Yeah, this is bench press. You have to hold the bar in a place that when the bar lowers halfway down, your elbow should be 90 degrees. You should hold the bar in such a position, and slowly you have to lower it and push it, and then contract your chest. You must make sure your feet well placed on the ground, and your hips, your glutes and back resting on the push to the weight, and when you're lowering the weight also, you should do it bit slowly, and pushing can be a little bit faster, but lowering must be really slow. And then you have to pause few seconds when you go down, and then push it forward, concentrating on your chest muscles. And breathing is also, like when you're lowering the weight, you can breathe in, then you hold it, and once you finish the pushing part, you can breathe out.
So breathing is also very important when it comes to exercising. That's something I think a lot of kids need to know, because that is not something people play much emphasis on when it comes to exercise.
Of course, yes. If you breathe it in the wrong way, you can't get the 100% of the energy we have.
Alright, moving on to, because you mentioned, Maduranga, as soon as we started off saying that this is mainly for men, but should women do chest exercises, or what's the benefit or negativity of it?
Women should do chest exercises because to make their muscles, keep their muscles in balance, like the strength balance. Like if you work out your back muscles, you have to work your chest. Those are the opposite muscle groups. But there's a misunderstanding among women that they think they can develop their breast by doing. We must talk these things, otherwise they waste their time in the gyms. You can't develop breast with chest exercises, because women's breast is made of it's made of fat. There's fat. There's no muscle in that. By developing the muscles, like exercises, while we do exercise, we only burn fat. You can't develop fat with exercises. So there's no way you can develop your breast by doing exercises. It's okay to do it to keep you strong, keep your body healthy in a balanced way, but the intention should not be gets elevated, so it gives a good impression for others.
There's a video on that as well. Okay.
Alright, so this is what Maduranga just mentioned with regards to what the lady should be doing and what it really means, and it's about.
This is a dumbbell chest press. When you're working out with dumbbells, the advantage for us than the other side. But when you're doing a dumbbell workout, it helps to balance the strength of our arms. And when you're doing dumbbell chest press also, like the technique is same. You have to lower it until your elbows get 90 degrees and pause it for a second and slowly push it until your chest getting contracted. Like at the top, you must make sure that your chest muscle is contracted well, and your feet placed ground perfectly, and your back pushed to the bench firmly to keep your body stable.
Alright, that's something interesting. So, is there any other benefit of doing this particular exercise, Maduranga? Because I think there's certain people think that if you do bench press, or for that matter chest exercises, there's a possibility of building back muscles as well. Do you really need only to concentrate on the chest muscles, or do you need to work out for your back muscles as well?
All of our muscles have agonist and antagonist. That means if you work out your biceps, you're stretching your triceps. All of our muscles have agonist and antagonist. That means if you work out your biceps, you're stretching your triceps. If you extend your triceps, you're stretching your biceps. The same way, when you work out your back, you're stretching your chest, and when you doing chest workout, your opposite muscle group is back. So we have to train both muscle groups to keep our body in a balanced position. To keep our biceps, I will do only biceps. That's not a healthy way to do it. In the end, when we work out, our purpose should be good health, not only the look.
Alright, so that's something to keep in mind, and with that it's time for us to say goodbye on today's edition. And thanks Maduranga for being with us and discussing about the particular thing that. Alright, so that's something to keep in mind, and with that it's time for us to say goodbye on today's edition. And thanks Maduranga for being with us and discussing about the particular thing that, especially with regards to hydration and the amount of water that you need to drink when you're exercising and during the day. And it's time for Sharan and I to say goodbye on today's edition of Rise and Shine. See you same time, same place tomorrow as well. It's bye bye from us.